Thank you, Wilkester. Now, in South Sudan, the vicious civil war has been going on for exactly 1 month today as hopes of a ceasefire continue to fade. Negotiators are still deadlocked over venue and rebel demands for the release of prisoners held by the army. Military officials say they are battling rebels in the oil-rich town of Malakal. And as KTN's Katusia now tells us, the impacts of that war are reaching far and wide.
John Owana is only a week old here in Eldoret. He fled his home in Jonglei in Sudan as fighting between government troops and rebels intensified. He is one of the over 200,000 people displaced by the crisis in South Sudan, but he is lucky to have landed in a safe haven, Kenya.
They slaughtered 2 people, and at night at 2 o'clock, people were dispersed because of the shooting. So we ran to several places before we were rescued. And since then, what I've seen when I came back to the city of Madingbor, a lot of people were lying down dead.
When the fighting erupted exactly a month ago, leaving the world's youngest nation on the brink of a full-scale civil war, normal life for John was cut short instantly.
The jobs were there and everything was running well. But now we are dispersed. We don't know where to begin. The few people who are learning there now have been dispersed. Even the students, I don't know where they are. Even the parents and the kids are lying down under the trees. There's no food, no anything.
But it is not just the South Sudanese in the war-torn country that got affected. For many South Sudan citizens living in Kenya, the turmoil back at home had an almost immediate effect on them.
There are some people I know who are in school last year, and currently they are not in school, and it's because of the war that is going on. So the only source of money that they were in school was those who are employed in South Sudan.
Despite peace talks underway in Ethiopia, government forces and rebels in South Sudan continued fighting for control of key oil-producing venues, driving more people to flee their homes to escape the deadly clashes. Negotiations have had several hiccups, and so far no concrete agreement has been reached on. According to the United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, about 413,000 people are internally displaced and 66,500 are seeking refuge at United Nations bases around the country. More than 74,300 have already fled the country, with dozens arriving daily in neighboring Uganda and Kenya. The fighting broke out on December 15th after President Salva Kiir accused his former Vice President Riek Machar of an attempted coup. But for Sudanese living in or out of South Sudan, the cost of war is a load that they'll rather put down sooner rather than later. Katusia, KTN.